Argentina is positioning itself on the verge of a historic naval revival as the government advances discussions with France to secure a comprehensive loan package aimed at acquiring 3 state-of-the-art Scorpene-class submarines, marking one of the country's most ambitious military modernization initiatives in recent memory. The potential deal, now under review by senior officials in Buenos Aires and Paris, reflects a strategic shift within the Argentine defense establishment, a move to rebuild capabilities that have eroded over decades of underinvestment, political instability, and economic crises. For Argentina's Navy, which has lacked an operational submarine fleet since the decommissioning of its aging TR-1700 units, the possibility of fielding modern underwater platforms signals a long-awaited turning point and a restoration of capabilities lost after the tragic sinking of the ARA San Juan in 2017. Sources close to the negotiations report that France, through naval group and government-backed export credit channels, has expressed readiness to support a long-term financing mechanism for Argentina, similar to previous international submarine programs with Brazil, India, and Chile. This arrangement would spread the acquisition cost across a decade or more, enabling Argentina to absorb the financial impact without destabilizing its broader economic recovery plans. Such financing structures have become a hallmark of France's defense export strategy, allowing Paris to extend its geopolitical influence while deepening security partnerships with emerging or recovering economies. If finalized, the loan would not only facilitate the purchase but could also cover training, logistical support, infrastructure upgrades, and potential industrial participation programs within Argentina. The Scorpene-class submarines stand at the center of this potential transformation. Designed jointly by France's naval group and Spain's Navantia, they represent one of the most versatile and stealth-optimized diesel-electric submarine platforms currently available on the global market. The vessels are equipped with sophisticated acoustic reduction technologies, advanced sonar suites, long-endurance propulsion, and the capability to launch both torpedoes and anti-ship missiles. Importantly, they can be fitted with air-independent propulsion (AIP) systems, allowing them to remain submerged for extended periods, an essential feature for maritime surveillance in the vast, resource-rich waters of the South Atlantic. Their modular design offers flexibility for custom modifications, a feature that Argentina is reportedly exploring to ensure compatibility with its operational doctrine. Reintroducing submarine capabilities is more than a military upgrade. For Argentina, it has profound strategic implications. Since the loss of the ARA San Juan, the Argentine Navy has been unable to conduct meaningful underwater patrols, leaving large stretches of its exclusive economic zone vulnerable to illegal fishing, unauthorized foreign vessels, and potential acts of strategic espionage. The absence of submarines has also weakened Argentina's ability to maintain a credible deterrent posture around the Falkland Islands, a region still subject to diplomatic tension despite decades of relative stability. With neighboring Brazil operating an increasingly advanced submarine force, including the upcoming nuclear-powered Alvaro Alberto, Argentina's submarine gap has become more pronounced, motivating policymakers to accelerate modernization efforts before the strategic imbalance grows further. In economic terms, the submarine program could generate significant industrial benefits. Argentina's once thriving naval industry has suffered from extended inactivity, lack of investment, and talent drain, particularly at major facilities such as Tundunner and Sinner. A procurement deal with France may include technology transfer components, local assembly options, or maintenance partnerships that would reinvigorate domestic shipbuilding capabilities. Naval Group has successfully executed similar industrial cooperation projects globally, notably in Brazil's PROSUB program, which included local submarine construction, extensive training of Brazilian engineers, and the establishment of long-term maintenance infrastructure. Argentine officials have repeatedly expressed interest in replicating aspects of this model, viewing it as an opportunity to rebuild national expertise and reduce reliance on foreign contractors over the long term. Politically, the deal has sparked both support and criticism within Argentina. Advocates argue that restoring submarine capabilities is critical to national sovereignty and long-term maritime security, especially as illegal fishing fleets, primarily from Asia, intensify their presence in the South Atlantic. They assert that modern submarines would not only protect resources but also provide crucial intelligence-gathering platforms at a time when global military competition is spilling into new maritime theaters. Critics, however, question the timing and financial feasibility of such a major defense acquisition given Argentina's ongoing economic challenges. They argue that the government must balance essential military needs with pressing domestic priorities such as inflation control, debt management, and social spending. Nevertheless, the Defense Ministry maintains that the submarine program represents a strategic investment rather than a simple procurement, one that will deliver long-term national benefits. For France, the proposed sale aligns closely with its broader strategic goals in the Indo-Pacific and South Atlantic regions, where Paris seeks to strengthen ties with democratic partners, expand defense exports, and counter competing influence from other global powers. The Scorpene class, already proven in multiple navies, remains a central pillar of France's defense industrial diplomacy. A successful agreement with Argentina would reinforce Paris's role as a key partner for Latin American defense modernization, complementing existing naval, aerospace, and intelligence cooperation frameworks. As negotiations continue, both governments face the challenge of aligning technical requirements, financing terms, and political considerations into a cohesive agreement. Argentina must determine the configuration of the submarines, evaluate basing and maintenance infrastructure, and prepare to train a new generation of submarine personnel, tasks that could take years to fully realize. France, on the other hand, must assess Argentina's financial stability, finalize export credit guarantees, and ensure the project aligns with broader diplomatic interests. Despite these complexities, officials from both sides have expressed optimism, noting that discussions are progressing steadily and with mutual determination. If Argentina secures the French-backed loan and moves forward with the acquisition, the introduction of 3 Scorpene-class submarines would represent the most significant enhancement to the Argentine Navy in decades. It would restore a critical dimension of national defense, strengthen the country's maritime sovereignty, and signal a renewed commitment to modernizing its armed forces. For a nation seeking to rebuild credibility at sea and reclaim its role as a regional maritime power, the submarine deal could mark the beginning of a new era, one defined not by the limitations of the past but by the promise of a technologically advanced and strategically capable future.